Hello students, welcome to the next class. So in the last class we have discussed the test of significance for the two sample means. So for two sample means we have got the difference. We are going to take the statistic as difference of two sample means. So by considering two different samples, that is x1, x2, so on xn1, and another one y1, y2, so on yn1, with the sample means x bar and y bar, which are drawn from the normal distributions with mean mu1 and mu2 and variances sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square. And by this, if sample values follows normal distribution, we know sample means also follows the normal distribution, so that we get the first sample mean x bar follows the normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma 1 square by n1, and similarly y bar follows normal distribution with mean mu2 and variance sigma 2 square by n2. So by this we will substitute these values in the test statistic and we get the test statistic as z equals to x bar minus y bar by sigma 1 square by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2 under the square root. So this is the general test statistic, and for this test statistic we have three different cases. The first one is where both sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square are equal and known. So when equal and known, sigma 1 square equals to sigma 2 square equals to sigma, then we get the test statistic as sigma into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. Similarly, if sigma 1 square, sigma 2 square both are equal and it is unknown, then we estimate the sigma values by using the sample mean values. And if both sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square are unknown, then the test statistic is given as x bar minus y bar by square root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2 follows normal distribution with 0, 1, where s1 square or s2 square are the sample variances. So by using the sample variances, we are going to estimate the population variances values, that are the sigma 1 square hat and sigma 2 square hat. So now today's class we are going to discuss the problems based on the significance of the two sample means. So coming to the first question. In a random sample of size 500, so there is a random sample of size 500, the mean is found to be 30. So the mean of the random sample of size 500 is 30, and in another random sample of size 400, so we consider another random sample, that is second sample of size 400, the mean is 35. So both sample sizes and sample means are given. So could the samples have been drawn from the same population? So they are asking whether both the samples are drawn from the same population or not with standard deviation A. So both these samples are drawn from the same population with the standard deviation A. That is, population standard deviation value is given as 8. Now solution. So first write down the given. What are the given values? The sample sizes are given, right? N1 equals to 500 and N2 equals to 400. So the mean of the first sample, it is x bar equals to 30, and mean of the second sample is y bar equals to 35. And one more value is given, that population standard deviation is A. What is the condition given? Both the samples are drawn from the same population with standard deviation A. So same populations means sigma 1 square equals to sigma 2 square equals to sigma, which is given as 8. So sigma value is equals to 8 under the condition that both sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square are equal. So here sigma 1 equals to sigma 2 equals to sigma, that is 8. Standard deviation is given, that's why I have written sigma 1 equals to sigma 2 equals to sigma. If variances are given, I would have written sigma 1 square equals to sigma 2 square equals to sigma square. So now write down the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So null hypothesis H naught such that mu1 equals to mu2. Mu1 equals to mu2, that is what they have said, two populations have drawn from same population. Two samples have been drawn. Two samples have been drawn from same population. Similarly, write down the alternative hypothesis. So what is given in the question? Can we regard that the two samples have drawn from same population or not? That's not we have asked. So you will be writing mu1 not equals to mu2. So they did not specify first sample. It is drawn from the first sample with greater mean or greater less mean, like that. So both are equal or not case is given. So you write mu1 not equals to mu2 means it is a two-tailed test. So whenever you have not equal to symbol in the alternative hypothesis, it is two-tailed test. So that is two samples have not been drawn from same population. So null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis is given. Next step, level of significance, nothing is specified. So we consider the level of significance as 5%. Next, after that, we will be writing the test statistic. So the test statistic under H naught is given as, so what is the test statistic? Z equals to x bar minus y bar divided by, so which case it is? Sigma 1 square equals to sigma 2 square equals to sigma. So we will be writing sigma into root over 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2 follows normal distribution with 0, 1. Now we'll substitute all the values. So z equals to x bar value. What is the x bar value? Is 30 minus y bar value is 35. Sigma value is 8. 8 into square root of 1 by n1 is 500 plus 1 by n2 400. Now simplify this one. 30 minus 35 is minus 5 divided by 8 into 1 by 500 into 1 by 400 is, 1 by 400 plus 1 by 500 is 0.0045. So square root of 0.0045 is 0.0671. So 8 into 0.0671 is minus 5 by 0.5367. So 5 divided by 0.5367 is 9.3162. So mod Z equals to minus 9.3162. So this is the Z value. Now comparisons and conclusions. Conclusion, or you can write inference also. So in this, what is the first thing we are going to write? Mod Z calculated. So mod Z calculated is minus 9.3162. So modulus of minus value will become positive, that is 9.3162. So we got mod Z calculated. Now Z tab at what is the level of significance? 5% level of significance for two-tailed test is Z tab equals to, so for two-tailed and 5% level of significance, the table value is 1.96. So if you observe, mod Z calculated value is greater than Z tab. So if calculated value is greater than table value, what does it mean? Reject H0. So reject our null hypothesis. So reject null hypothesis means therefore accept the alternative hypothesis. So accept H1. So under H1 what we have written? Two samples have not been drawn from the same population. So this is the conclusion for this problem. So copy the problem. Now similarly we will continue with the next problem. So all the problems will be similar, just you have to identify which tail test it is from the given question. By reading it carefully, you will be getting an idea which type of test it is, and you have to remember the test statistic. So what are the sigma values, whether they have given or not given. So based on that, you will be writing the test statistic. Now the second question. Second question. The mean and standard deviation from a sample of size 400 are 250 and 40. So there is a sample of size 400. So for that sample, the sample mean is given as 250 and the sample standard deviation is given as 40 respectively. Those of another sample, so another sample of size 400. So there is a one more sample of size same 400 whose mean and standard deviations are 220 and 55. So test at 1% level of significance. So at 1% level means 1% level of significance, whether the means of two population from which samples have been drawn are equal. That means whether the two population means are equal or not, we have to test now at what is the level of significance? At 1% level of significance. Solution. Write down given. So given values are N1 equals to 400, N2 equals to also 400. So both sample sizes are same, that is N1 equals to N2 equals to 400 and the means and standard deviations are given. So first sample mean, that is x bar, equals to 250, and first sample standard deviation, that is small s1, equals to 40. Similarly, y bar, that is mean of second sample, is 220, and standard deviation of second sample, that is small s2, equals to 55. So here whether the sigma value is given or not. So is there anywhere sigma 1 value or sigma 2? That means the population variance. So any one population variance, or whether they are equal or not, or at least the information about the sigma 1 and sigma 2 square is not given. That means this is a case where both are unknown. So here sigma 1 and sigma 2 are unknown. So here both are unknown, so we will be using the case 3. So whenever they are unknown, how we will be estimating those values? Sigma 1 equals to S1. So sigma 1 hat equals to x1, which implies sigma 1 hat equals to what is S1? 40. And similarly, sigma 2 hat equals to S2, which is equals to 55. So these are the estimated values of sigma 1 and sigma 2, that is 40 and 55 respectively. Now we will write the null and alternative hypothesis. So first, null hypothesis. So null hypothesis is written as H naught such that mu1 equals to mu2. So what is given in the question? Whether the means of two population, that means population means from which sample has drawn, are equal or not. So what we will write? Two samples have been drawn from the same population. That is, two samples have been drawn from same population. Now similarly, write down the alternative hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis, that is H1 such that in the question they have given equal or not, that's it. So an alternative hypothesis will be writing mu1 not equals to mu2. That is, two samples have not been drawn from same population. So this is our null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So in the next step, what we are going to write? We have to write our test statistic under H naught. So test statistic under H naught is, so here what is the case? Both sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square are unknown. So how you will be writing the test statistic? Z equals to x bar minus y bar divided by square root of s1 square by n1 plus s2 square by n2 follows normal distribution with 0, 1. So this is the test statistic, that is x bar minus y bar divided by S1 square by N1 plus S2 square by N2. Now substitute the values. Z equals to, what is X bar? The mean of the first sample is given as X bar equals to 250 minus, next Y bar is 220 divided by square root of S1 square. What is S1 value? 40. So 40 square divided by N1 is 400 plus S2 square is 55 whole square divided by 400. You have to be very careful with the given values. Given are the standard deviation. Standard deviation means S1 and S2. Suppose if variances are given, then you will write S1 square and S2 square. So make sure you read the question carefully. If variance means you write S1 square, S2 square. If standard deviation means you write down S1 and S2. So solve this one. 250 minus 220 is 30 divided by square root of 40 square plus 55 square, 40. So anyhow denominator is same. So 40 square plus 55 square is 4625 divided by 400 is 11.5625. So square root of 11.5625 is 3.400. So 30 divided by 3.4004. So 30 divided by 3.4004 is 8.822. So Z equals to 8.8226. So this is our calculated value. Now check out the table value for this. So 1 person and 2 tail, the table value is 2.58. So write down the conclusion. So what is our conclusion? First write mod Z calculated value. So anyhow the calculated value is positive. So write down the same value, that is 8.8226, and Z tab at 1% level of significance, and for two-tail test is, so the Z tab value is 2.5 values, it is 2.58. So it is clear that mod Z calculated value is greater than Z tab. If calculated value is greater than Z tab, which implies we reject our null hypothesis. So reject the null hypothesis means, which implies accept the alternative hypothesis. Accept the alternative hypothesis, that is H1. So in this way we are going to find the significance of two population means. Copy the complete problem. I will give you a homework. I will give a homework problem which is based on the same kind of test. So you have to just identify which type of test statistic you have to use and substitute all the values. We get the required answer. The question is the data of the lifetime of, third question, the data of the lifetime of two types of bulbs, two types of electrical bulbs is given as So here the data is given in a tabular format. So here type of bulb. So two types of bulbs are given, that is A, type A bulb, that is the first type, and type B bulb. So related to this type of bulbs, the different data are given. The size, that is the sample size. Next is average lifetime. Average lifetime in hours. So that means how much time a bulb is working. Next, standard deviation. So standard deviation also in hours. So the values are, first sample size is 50, second sample size is 70, and the average lifetime is 1980, 2010, and the standard deviations are given as 80 and 60. So for this data, what we have to check, according to this data, can we assume that type A bulb is superior to, that is, can we assume that lifetime of type A bulb is superior to type B, is superior to type B at 1% level of significance. So what are the given values in the question? The sample sizes are given, that is, this is N1 value, this is N2 value, and average lifetime is given. Average means we know it is sample means. So this is X bar and this is Y bar value. And one more thing is given, standard deviations, that means this is S1, this is S2. So can we conclude that lifetime of type A is superior to type B? So type A is superior to type B means in H0 we will be writing mu1 equals to mu2, but in H1 we will be writing type A means mu1, right? So mu1 is superior means greater than mu2. So if they write type B is superior to type A, then you will get mu1 less than mu2. So depending on the question, you have to write the alternative hypothesis. And in this question also, the population variance or population standard deviations, that is sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square, both are unknown. Sigma 1 and sigma 2 are unknown. So whenever they are unknown, how you estimate? Sigma 1 hat equals to S1, sigma 2 hat equals to S2. So the same test statistic what we have used for the before problem, use the same test statistic, and here what is given at 1% level of significance. So this will be a right tail test. This is a right tail test, right? So for right tail test and at 1% level of significance, check the table values. I have already given the table values. So based on that table value, take the decision whether it is accepted or not. So I will send few more problems also. You have to do all the problems. The more problems you do, the more you understand about the concepts.